What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And yes, it is Victory Monday. Told you guys we was going to get those Vikings in Minnesota and send them home. We are on to the divisional round to play the Eagles. And yes, there's still some hate, but they actually got some people that's actually showing us some love. Shout out to Rex Ryan, showing us love from the beginning. Love that guy. And Mr. Dan Orlovsky, who came on air and pretty much said that, hey, Big Pat Sports Talk, you were right. He's showing us some love as well. And one of the biggest haters, Ryan Clark, he's actually going to show us a little love as well. So you guys love these reactionary videos. So here we go. Let's get into it. You know I'm going to chime in and talk my talk. Daniel Jones, franchise quarterback, showed it. We don't have to get into it, but let's get into it.
Imagine that, man. He finally gets a little coaching right here. And hey, guys, don't worry about it. Ignore it. Ignore it. That, oh, he didn't say that. Oh, yes, I did.
Yes, you did, Rex, and so did I, buddy. And we definitely get to do this victory lap. Let's go, Rex.
Right again. That's all I'm going to say. And
exactly.
Hate, just congratulate, okay?
Oh, man, that is a great phrase right there. Don't hate. Just congratulate the man. Stop hating. Stop hating. It's not a good look, man.
Is the man. I'm the man. Go ahead and admit it.
Do we have Danny with us from Tampa right now? We do. Okay. Dan Orlovsky, through a quarterback's eyes. I mean, this felt like a different day for Daniel Jones. How do you describe what we saw?
Yeah, Daniel Jones has gone from a legit problem for the Giants to a legit problem solver, Greeny. And everyone is going to talk about his running yesterday, as we should. But it wasn't just the fact that he ran, it was how quickly he ran with the football. And that was the thing that was so impressive, because you go into that game going, all right, well, our offensive line isn't a great unit, so we got to figure out a way to protect. Daniel Jones is like, I'm just going to take off when it's not there. And you see on second down, like 2nd and 7, automatic first down. Hey, look how quickly this is happening. The clock is a big part of this. Why is it happening? Daniel Jones realizing 2.4 seconds, 1st and 10, coverage is vacated. I'm going to take off again. Multiple times yesterday where you're sitting there going, Daniel Jones has a complete understanding of this is a good pass rush unit. It's the only thing defensively that they do well. 1st and 2nd down, if I see the middle of the field or one side be vacated, I'm not going to hang on to the football. And I think that's the really growth for Daniel Jones this year under Brian Daboll is, I've talked about this with him. He used to panic with the football so often, and he would hold it, and that would make him kind of give the ball to the defense. The growth throughout this year, and then watching it yesterday, it's almost Joe Burrow-like. Really understanding, hey, I'm playing against this opponent.
Uh-oh.
And the only thing they could do is rush the passer, don't hold the football, and we'll be fine. And that was such an impressive maturation process for Daniel Jones. He used to be a problem for the Giants. Now the journey of quarterbacking, can you be a problem solver? He's done.
He may have.
So you heard Mr. Dan Orlovsky out his mouth mention Joe Burrow and Daniel Jones in the same sentence. Now, a lot of these Daniel Jones detractors, they're going to say, man, that's blasphemy, man. What? You can't mention Daniel Jones in the same sentence as Joe Burrow. Yes, I can, the way that I seen that he played yesterday. Dan Orlovsky is completely correct. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Daniel Jones has turned into the problem into a problem solver. When you watch that game yesterday against the Minnesota Vikings, Daniel Jones was the problem solver. Daniel Jones, every time that pocket collapsed, he got out the pocket and he made plays with his legs. 7 first downs with his legs against the Minnesota Vikings. Not to mention that when he got out the pocket, he was looking down the field to make some strikes. Isaiah Hodgins, Darius Slayton, 50 yards. Isaiah Hodgins, another 35 yards. Isaiah Hodgins on another 25-yard pass down the field, which was an absolute diamond. Shout out to Hodgins for getting his feet in bounds. Those are the type of plays that your receivers make that make the quarterback look good. And yes, Joe Burrow is very good at doing that as well. It's just that Daniel Jones is a little bit more dynamic than Joe Burrow when it comes to maneuvering in the pocket and getting out the pocket and making plays with his feet. Am I saying he's as good as Joe Burrow? No, but I'm saying that he could be more dynamic than Joe Burrow if he continues on this path and continues to play the way that he's been playing. Yes, I think that Daniel Jones could be one of the most dynamic forces in this league. When you see him run, when he is fully healthy, that dude can move, and that dude has an arm, and that dude is very smart. That dude is making plays at the line of scrimmage. If you watch the game and literally watch the game and not to see him mess up, you will see on one play where the play was supposed to go to Saquon Barkley on a run, but he saw the blitz and threw a dot to Richie James to where we got, almost 20 yards on that play instead of a run straight at the defense. When he seen that defense was blitzing because they pretty much knew that we were going to run out the shotgun, he audibled into a quick screen to Richie James, and it turned into a huge play on the scoring drive. This is the dynamic that you see with Daniel Jones moving forward, and you guys got to respect it, man. You guys got to respect it.
Found a really nice spot in the destination yesterday. You made a great analogy this morning.
Well, yesterday should have won Brian Daboll the Coach of the Year, because if you watch the Giants and the Bills, Daniel Jones looked more like Josh Allen than Josh Allen did yesterday. And Josh Allen has been amazing throughout the playoffs, and we're used to seeing him make the plays we saw Daniel Jones make. He was able to use his legs anytime he needed to pick up first downs. There were called runs with physicality on third down and short in the red zone, which Josh Allen used to be amazing at. But for me, it was the poise in the pocket, understanding where to put the football and when to do it. Daniel Jones was in complete control of this game from a mental standpoint. And because of that mental standpoint, where Brian Daboll has gotten him, now we see all the things that Rex said he saw before the draft that should have got him drafted at 6. And when
now they're trying to validate Daniel Jones being drafted at 6 now? What is going on? What is going on? Oh, delusional Pat. Oh, delusional Big Blue Crew. Oh, delusional G Nation. Oh, delusional Classified 3F with Joe. We are stupid for saying that if Daniel Jones actually got some good coaching. He doesn't even have the weapons yet. Although I believe Isaiah Hodgins is definitely a starting caliber receiver in this league, I do believe Richie James has stepped up. And I told you guys that Darius Slayton was going to play an important role in this game, which he did. He actually could have sealed it if he didn't drop the damn ball. But are the media now trying to validate Daniel Jones being drafted at 6 when they say that he was a 3rd-round quarterback? Is the media switching the light on Daniel Jones and trying to backtrack and make it seem like they knew that he could do it all this time? Now is the media, when they switch over, are you doubters going to switch over with them? Because everything that you say is from the media. Listen to the media now. They're saying some of the same sentiments that Big Pat been saying since the beginning of the season, since the beginning of Daniel Jones' career. Coaching matters now, all of a sudden now. Now look at the graphic on the screen with Clark's little silly face right there. Shout out to Ryan Clark, man, Super Bowl champion. Very good safety, man. Played his heart out, undrafted. Cannot take that away from him. But Daniel Jones, 24-35 for 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, 78 rushing yards. Ran for 7 first downs, tied for second most by a quarterback in the playoff game since 2000. This was his very first game in the playoffs when it was all on the line. I kept hearing that, just wait till next week. He's going to show who he really is. I think he showed you who he really was. Oh, can we win with Daniel Jones throwing the ball over 20 times? He threw it 35 and we won. Can Daniel Jones ever put up 300 yards in a game? He put up 301. Why Daniel Jones can't get multiple touchdowns? He got 2 throwing touchdowns and had 1 rushing touchdown taken back from a penalty. 78 rush yards. Well, you always said that he could do it with his legs, but do you notice what he's doing with his legs? 78 rushing yards and ran for 7 first downs. That means that man was running for a first down, averaged a first down when he was running. Do you know this man almost accumulated for 400 yards yesterday? And if it wasn't for a drop pass from Slayton, he would have? Or are you going to take it away from him and say Saquon Barkley did everything when he only had 9 carries for 53 yards and 6 catches for 56 yards? And hell of a game by Saquon Barkley. Not taking it away from him. We needed everything Saquon Barkley gave to us as well. But are you going to continue to doubt this guy? Or are you going to continue to bash this guy? Or are you going to continue to say this guy can't be a franchise quarterback? Are you going to continue to say this guy's a turnover prone? Are you going to continue to say this guy can't read the pocket? Are you going to continue to say this guy doesn't have arm talent? Are you going to continue to say this guy's not smart at the line of scrimmage? Are you going to continue to say that this guy is a detriment to this team when he is leading his team to games? Are you going to continue to say that? I don't know.
When you look at the New York Giants right now and the way that they played offensively yesterday, you are not scared to watch them go into Philly. You feel like they
Damn not. Damn straight not going to Philly. I want to go into Philly.
They now have a quarterback that can go toe-to-toe with Jalen Hurts, that can stand against
Damn right.
Philly's rush, that can stand against Philly's back end, and if you put pressure on him, has the poise and the legs to get outside of the pocket. I believe what Daniel Jones showed us yesterday was this. I'm the franchise quarterback of the New York Giants. Pay me my money. You made me bet on myself. Well, guess what? I won that bet.
Absolutely.
Now, Daniel Jones went from get rid of him in the media, he sucks, he can't do this, he can't do that, to now he's shown that he's the franchise quarterback and he deserves to get paid. Wow. Wow. Boy, I tell you, this world is crazy. They said I was stupid for saying these same exact sentiments throughout the season. But now I guess it'll be accepted because the national media said it. Old Big Pat Sports Talk, when he says it, is not valid. I got you.
Absolutely. I mean, the numbers, he's the third quarterback ever in a playoff game with 300 passing yards and 75 rushing yards. He's the first ever to do it in a win. And he mentions Brian Daboll. I mean, the difference that elite coaching makes in the NFL was on display in many cases this weekend.
I thought coaching didn't matter. I thought no matter what you did with Daniel Jones, he would never show you anything. I thought that's what it was. I said coaching was the first thing that Daniel Jones needed. Oh, it don't matter. He's not an elite quarterback. He can't do it anything. Now, when Justin Herbert and them blow a 27-point lead, what was the first thing people said when he blew that 27-point lead over there with the Chargers against the Jaguars? His coaching was terrible. But I thought coaching didn't matter. He's an elite quarterback. He should be able to do anything. It's all on the quarterback. Coaching don't matter. Pieces don't matter. Scheme don't matter. Blocking don't matter. He's Justin Herbert. He makes it happen. Boy, oh boy.
And nowhere more than with the Giants.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's done it all season. I go out like, name me one game this year, or name me any games that Brian Daboll and his staff has been out coached. I can give you one example. All right, Detroit, that was it. And
the first game against Philly, you can add that one as well.
this guy's done an amazing job. So to me, elite quarterback play because you have an elite coach. You allowed this guy to be elite. And it's so funny because everybody's take is Daniel Jones was hot garbage. He wasn't hot garbage. His coaching was hot garbage.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again. But when Big Pat says it, he's stupid.
Until this year. Now he's got a coach that actually believes him, has a plan, understands. Hey, all Daniel Jones, when he came out of the draft, he had the size. He was smart, athletic, tough. He had all those type of things. And by the way, elite arm talent. All right? You can't tell me he couldn't peg the ball. He could always
Thank you. Thank you, Rex.
do it.
The big thing is this, and we said this with Josh Allen, and now we're seeing it with Daniel Jones.
Uh-oh. Did they mention Daniel Jones with Josh Allen name? Uh-oh.
Brian Daboll is not asking him to do things he's not good at. When you look at the passing game, it's putting people in his line of sight, in his vision, where he could get the football out of his hands quickly. And if he can't, he can use his legs to get outside of the pocket. That's what coaching is about. Coaching is not trying to fit a round peg into a square hole. It's saying, this is what you're good at, and I'm going to let you do that. And Daniel Jones has excelled at that this season, and he's only gotten better since week 1 against the Tennessee Titans.
Haven't we been saying that stuff? Man, I don't want to curse. Haven't we been saying this from the beginning of the season? Hasn't the Big Blue Crew, hasn't Big Pat Sports Talk, hasn't G Nation Inside Sports, hasn't Classified 3F with Joe been saying this shit? Have we not been saying this? I don't know. Y'all tell me, man.
It's not that hard. If you, and Dan, I'm coming right to you here. If you want to try and pinpoint the difference in Daniel Jones, look at him this season and the direction he went. Look at the direction Mac Jones went this season. There's a thread of.
Oh, exactly, Rex. Didn't I say that shit about Joe Judge? Didn't I say Joe Judge was going to make Mac Jones regress when he went over there with the Patriots? But people told me that the Joe Judge years with Daniel Jones, it don't matter because Daniel Jones is just trash. So why does Mac Jones regress the way that he did when Joe Judge went over there and became a part of their offensive staff? I wonder why.
Of commonality between those two. And I'm not here to bury Joe Judge, but he should not be coaching offensive football, and that's what happened to Mac Jones this year. And look at Daniel Jones, who all of a sudden looks like a great quarterback. Danny, go.
Yeah, I think the more impressive thing for Daniel Jones too, Greeny, is when he was taken at 6, I think a lot of us were like, he's good. You know, we saw good. And I even, up until this past weekend, was like, how good is his good? Is it good enough? And I think that's really what stood out yesterday is you watched, again, he was a difference maker. It wasn't just he was a game manager. And that's really a big jump. And I think you can't have
a moniker that they put on Daniel Jones so much. Oh, he's only a game manager. Bullshit.
The conversation about Daniel Jones unless you're willing to also have the conversation about Saquon Barkley as well. I mean, when I watch that football game and I see the use of Saquon Barkley, my note is I feel like I'm watching Christian McCaffrey in San Francisco. The different ways that Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka, their play caller, find ways to allow Daniel Jones to play to his strength, but also Saquon Barkley to play to his strength, and not just turning around and handing it off to him different times. And the last thing I'll say is this. Mike Kafka, their offensive coordinator, we got to talk about more, okay? We got to talk about, and I'm not saying that he's Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan right now, but when I watch this offense, and specifically when I watch it yesterday, Mike Kafka looks like a young Andy Reid and a young Kyle Shanahan with the way that they operate and call their personnel and formations.
Mike Kafka from Northwestern. Quick final.
The other big piece is this. When you talk about Saquon Barkley's use, you can't ignore Matt Breida. They now go pony personnel, which me and Rex knows is two halfbacks in the backfield.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Didn't I do a video saying that they should use Matt Breida in the backfield more with Saquon Barkley about, I don't know, almost 2 months ago? Didn't I say they should do that a long time ago? Didn't we say in the beginning of the season that Saquon Barkley should be used more like the Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey role? Didn't we say that? I don't know. You guys tell me, man. But that was an interesting piece, man. You know, they talking about the New York Giants. They talking about how Saquon Barkley shining. They talking about how Daniel Jones is shining. And did they not mention Daniel Jones in the same sentence as Joe Burrow and Josh Allen on the slick? I see where you're going, Mr. Media. ESPNs, Fox Sports Networks, I see where you're going. This dude shines the way he keeps shining and he keeps doing it. You're going to mention them in those names so you can build your credibility with Daniel Jones and not have to face the facts that you shitted on this man constantly. I see where you're going with it. You're going to go to Josh Allen, the Joe Burrow route, really the Josh Allen route because of Brian Daboll. And that'll validate you saying that Brian Daboll changed Daniel Jones into a Josh Allen type. I already see where you're going with it, man. And I guess I got to accept it. But we all know what you guys really thought. We all know what you guys were really talking about. We all know that you guys doubted this team from the very beginning. We all know that you doubted Daniel Jones from the very beginning. We all know that you doubted Saquon Barkley from the very beginning. But since you're the national media, nothing you can really do about it. They're going to push their narrative, and people are going to eat it up. But right here on Big Pat Sports Talk, you know you heard all those things here first, man. But this has been another episode of New York Giants Full Access. They're going to start giving us respect slowly but surely. They're going to wait till this Eagles game to see if we put up a good game. I think we're going to beat the Eagles. I'm predicting the score 31-20. And we're going to go to the NFC Championship game, more than likely against the 49ers. And then we're going to really get to see the Daniel Jones that's going to break out. So they're hedging their bets right now. They're setting it up to where they can say Brian Daboll is the hero. Brian Daboll's changed Daniel Jones. They're going to set it up that way, and they're going to push that narrative, which is cool. As long as we get to hold up that trophy, baby. But this has been an episode of New York Giants Full Access. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Check out the merch right above my dome right here at the Big Pat Sports Shop. Let me see if I can touch it. Right there. There you go. Get yourself a What Are You Doing hoodie. Big Pat Sports Shop merch. Go cop it. Get it. Thank you guys for all your support. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And you know what it is, man. Until the next episode. Peace. This is a Big Blue Crew production.